Well, it was quite something. A lot of voting in the Senate. Nothing got to the 60-vote threshold. In fact, the four plans out there, take a look at these votes. 52, 54, 54, and the president-supported Grassley plan got the fewest amount of votes, 39 votes, 60 noes. They had to get to 60. Back with the panel. Jonah, it does not look like there is a way. The Goodlatte plan is actually more conservative in the House, even if they manage to pass it there. The Senate's not taking that up.
Yeah, I mean, I think the basic explanation for why we saw what we saw today is simply that everyone sees that their political interests are better served by not having a deal than having a deal. And I think one of the mistakes that you could say the Trump administration made is I thought their actual initial proposal unveiled at the State of the Union could have been in a final compromise position. And it's actually pretty generous on a lot of things, or something along those lines. But everyone seems to be negotiating with themselves and then revealing a finished product, saying, see how much we came to your position. That's not how compromises work.
You know, the president and the administration privately, I think, were thinking that they wouldn't have anybody to the right of them, and they could hold the cats together. And then Ted Cruz came out and started talking.
Every time somebody comes up with
that are before the Senate right now, I think they don't make any sense at all. We should not be granting citizenship to people here illegally. For whatever reason, you've got a whole lot of Republicans eager and to propose granting citizenship for 1.8 million people here illegally.
So, I mean, they make the thing, and then, I mean, he was a no vote from the beginning.
Right, and it doesn't matter what happens in the Senate, because there are people who think exactly like Ted Cruz over on the House side, who think that any path to citizenship, to legalization even, is forgiveness of lawbreaking and it's amnesty, no matter how many restrictions it's paired with, even a massive overhaul of our legal immigration system. So as long as you had to have a majority of the majority on the House floor, which Speaker Ryan had to have, you're going to lose the Freedom Caucus, you're going to lose people like Steve King, and they're of like mind with Ted Cruz, and there are enough of them to hold it up.
So my suggestion for the president is, I'm going to use Jonathan's phrase, Nixon goes to China. Take DACA off the table. Extend it for a year or two. You can do that under your own executive authority and resolve the other issues without this burning DACA issue breathing down their necks. The courts have enjoined it anyway.
I mean, it is hanging there March 5th. But the administration argued...
Say again?
Where's your leverage then?
Cobble together some kind of a compromise without DACA in there.
So you have no leverage?
He has leverage because he's the president, and nothing can become law without his signature. But DACA can be reinstated on a simple executive order.
All right, quickly, next steps.
Well, the next steps are uncertain. John Cornyn, number 2 in the Senate, said that maybe we put this into the omnibus bill, which is jargon for the big, giant kahuna spending bill. I don't know that there's a huge amount of appetite for that. We'll see. I think the next steps might be doing exactly what Jonah said. Neither base of neither party wants a deal. It's just a fact. Anything that smells like a wall, the Democratic base won't want. Anything that smells like amnesty, Trump's base won't want. So you have a bunch of moderates in the middle flailing around for a deal, and the hard right and the hard left not wanting one.
This is why people hate Washington.
The March 5 deadline is kind of a bogus deadline anyway.
It's the facts, right?
You're right. He could shift that very quickly.